to you on a particular subject matter. Your question should remain within that subject matter. Please. Your question should remain within that subject matter.
Okay, sir.
Councilor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I see no lady here. The purpose of this press conference is to call upon the Liberian people to turn out on July 19, 2023 to take part in a major anti-corruption campaign to be led by the Liberian People's Party and its auxiliary groups under the name Anti-Corruption Campaigners, ACC. The anti-corruption campaign is captioned the Broom Parade Against Corruption. The parade is meant to show to the world that the Liberian people are against corruption because corruption has made life so unbearable in Liberia for a majority of the Liberian people. Because of the high level of corruption in government, most Liberian parents find it very difficult to feed their families. Because of corruption, most parents do not have money to send their children to school. Because of corruption, no government clinic or hospital has medicine, and health workers do not have essential diagnostic equipment and supplies in order to save the lives of the Liberian people. Yes, because of corruption, people cannot move freely throughout the country due to bad roads. Even the president of Liberia cannot easily move throughout the country beyond paved roads during the rainy season. The most affected part of the country when it comes to bad roads are southeastern Liberia and Lofa County. Because the government of Liberia has failed to put in place a mechanism for road maintenance due to corruption. Because of corruption, the exchange rate between the US dollars and Liberian dollars is going up. And consequently, prices of essential commodities are going up, thereby increasing poverty all over Liberia. Corruption scares local and foreign investors. Therefore, it undermines the creation of jobs. Nobody wants to put money in any economy that is controlled by a corrupt government like Liberia. Corruption hinders law enforcement, law interpretation, and generally undermines the rule of law. Corruption also makes it difficult for any government to implement any socio-economic development policy, no matter how good the policy may be, and thereby endangers individual and collective security in any society, as well as increases poverty. Corruption is a crime that is conceived, planned, and executed by corrupt politicians. Corrupt politicians cannot be trusted with the people's money, just as monkeys cannot be trusted with ripe bananas. Corrupt politicians are appropriately described by Liberians, quote unquote, as money eaters. Liberians must show to the world that they are opposed to any money eater holding public office anymore in Liberia. Government offices are not for money eaters, both the old money eaters and the new money eaters. Therefore, we call upon all Liberians to reject both money eaters of yesterday and money eaters of today. Liberians must begin this new attitude by coming out en masse on Wednesday, July 19, 2023, to join the Broom Parade Against Corruption, beginning at 10 a.m. on Broad Street and ending on Ashman Street at 12 noon. Government is a place to serve, not to steal. With no corruption, a better Liberia is possible. The time for stealing is over. Liberians want a brand new leadership who will put Liberians first. Down with former rogues in government. Down with all present rogues in government. Down with the killing of auditors. Down with secret killings of women, men, and children all over the country. Down with bad road heroes. Down with no medicine in government hospitals and clinics. Down with high exchange rates and high prices. I thank you.
We will interview a few questions. As we said, questions should remain within the confines of the submission.
Also, other one.
Can someone please put it up, please?
My name is Luis Council, and I work for the Media Institute.
Yeah.
So, corruption, as we all know, is something that is happening that instances are clear, we all know. So, for the LPP to call for a mass campaign against corruption, it means something must have been written. So, I want to know what is prompting LPP decision to call for this mass campaign.
You know, the symbol of LPP is the broom. One of the major things that we want to achieve for Liberia is to lay a firm foundation for good governance. And we just completed our registration process. So we are now giving notice to the Liberian people on what we intend to do. We intend to bring about a government that will be strong on the rule of law. And with corruption, rule of law cannot be strengthened because corruption undermines rule of law. And rule of law is the only thing you need for sustaining peace, progress, and prosperity in any society. And so, this is the first major campaign, march, that will be organized by any political party in the history of this country. And since we are a party that talk about honesty as one of the words in our motto, we want to start now about raising awareness. Knowledge is power. When people know what is right, then they will not do it. You know, like, I'm environmentally very sensitive. I do not know of any time for the past 40 years of my life where I've sucked orange up, eating banana and dropped it in the street. So if you have, for example, a lot of people having that type of awareness and taking responsibility not to litter the street, you will spend less as a government in doing so. If we bring this issue of corruption, which is theft, to the fore, that's another way of actually combating corruption, because those in the various political parties are going to occupy offices tomorrow. Let the public come out and reject corruption. Let it be shown to politicians that the people of Liberia are against corruption. That is the reason.
Councillor Gongloe, my name is Ijuto Nukori, and I report for Prime FM. My question is, have you communicated with the Liberian National Police as it relates to these mass gatherings of Liberians? And do you think Liberians will turn out on your call?
I strongly believe Liberians will turn out, because those who do not turn out will be considered, unless they say something to the contrary, they will be considered as supporting corruption. As you know, it's not surprising. Many people have said, oh, this Councillor Gongloe is a good man, but he's too straight. How can people say those kind of things in this country? Why don't they want straight people to be in public office? So how are we going to get our health services, our educational system, our road network, food production, all the social services that we need, provided when you have people who are not straight in power. And I don't want it to be reflected that Liberian people support corrupt people. No. But to answer your question, we've written the Minister of Justice, nearly a month ago. Yeah. So we expect the police to be out there because the Minister of Justice is in charge of law and order. He should inform the police.
Yeah, Councilman is Mono and I go over Sky. So the issue of being straight, no corruption, and you want to work with people without corruption. People have the perception that you in a society where everybody may not be like you. So the expectation has been, why can't you get a power and before bringing people to do the work? Don't you think if you want to work with clean people like you will drive people away? Don't you think so?
No, I strongly believe that majority of the people, 98% of the Liberian people, want good governance. The people who are opposed to good governance, who want to steal, are in small minority. And they are the one, I think they are less than 1% of the population. The Liberian people you're talking about are victims of this 1% that are building huge buildings around, even in Monrovia, at the time that people are experiencing abject poverty. Look at the rate going up. If the money that I used to buy 3 cups of rice can't even buy 2 anymore, prices are going up. But prices are going up, it means families are suffering. It's going to be difficult for parents to take care of the needs of their children. We're going to 26. And the rate is now 88, 89. I saw it 190, 188. I saw it 190 somewhere. And just as the rate is going up, prices will go up because according to well-known economic principles, the sellers will always transfer the burden to the buyers because they want to maximize profit. But you see, while they are doing that, the government of Liberia, CDC officials are dumping Liberian dollars on the market and stealing the small US dollars, and the huge number of Liberian dollars are chasing a few US dollars, so the price is going up. So they are giving lapas to people, t-shirts to people, money to people. That is not going to reduce the hardship right now as long as corruption continues. Right now, the CDC has to be questioned where they're bringing all this money from. I got information that they bought vehicles with government money, motorbikes, 79 vehicles, pickups, 400 motorbikes. If they said that's a lie, let them show the sources.
For which purpose?
For a campaign already. Let them show the sources. Let them show the sources of the money. Where CDC got the money from to buy all these pickups and the money. In fact, today we are considering. We will talk with our lawyers because today there are government vehicles carrying seditions in clear violation of the election law.
But Council, you again want your sources because you're making these claims.
Well, that's all right. Let them challenge him. Yeah, let them challenge him.
Tiawan Gongloe, you have used the broom as a symbol to sweep the other of the public offices, the buildings across the country as a way of combating corruption.
Symbolically.
What difference would this mass gathering make again?
Well, no, the struggle for good governance continues, and one method is not sufficient. We are even planning on essays. We are even planning on anti-corruption songs. We are planning on different things to create awareness against corruption. All right. So that's what we are doing, and that's one thing. When we get to a point where we are one and there's no more corruption in government, there will be no more strategies for combating corruption. So the struggle continues.
Thank you so much.
Yes.